for the satisfaction of the Lord is apparently and externally akin to sense gratification, material activities, and as such they all belong to the same category. In fact, there is a real difference between the process and the manner in which in both such activities. So-called dispassionate material activities carry no intrinsic value unless they are favorable for the satisfactory devotional service to the Lord. An impersonalist worshipper of five elements bereft of devotional surrender will only create more harm than good than any pure devotee who is sincerely practicing the delicate process of satisfying the Supreme Lord. Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudhiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 22 and Text 3. Tatranaya asrujat cha asman Tatranaya asrujat chashman Do sahasran sahasrapa Do sahasra sahasrapa Hrudayam tasya hi Brahma Hrudayam tasya hi Brahma Shatram Angam Prachakshate Shatram Angam Prachakshate Tatranaya srujachasman Do sahasra sahasrapa Hrudayam tasya hi Brahma Shatram Angam Prachakshate. Tatranaya, for the protection of the Brahmanas, Asrujat, created, Cha, and Asman, as Kshatriyas, Do Sahasra, from his 1,000 arms, Sahasrapat, the 1,000-legged Supreme Being, the universal form, Hrudayam, heart, Tasya, his, he, for, Brahma, Brahmanas, Shatram, the Kshatriyas, Angam, arms, Prachakshate, are spoken of. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swamy Srila Prabhupada. Translation: for the protection of the Brahmanas, the 1,000-legged Supreme Being created us, the Kshatriyas, from his 1,000 arms. Hence the Brahmanas are said to be his heart and the Kshatriyas his arms. Repeat. For the protection of the Brahmanas, the 1,000-legged Supreme Being created us, the Kshatriyas, from his 1,000 arms. Hence the Brahmanas are said to be his heart and the Kshatriyas his arms. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Kshatriyas are specifically meant to maintain the Brahmanas, because if the Brahmanas are protected, then the head of civilization is protected. Brahmanas are supposed to be the head of the social body. If the head is clear and has got and not gone mad, then everything is in proper position. The Lord is described thus: Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. The purport of this prayer is that the Lord specifically protects the Brahmanas and the cows, and then he protects all the other members of society, Jagadhitaya. It is his will that universal welfare work depends on the protection of the cows and the Brahmanas. Thus, Brahmanical culture and cow protection are the basic principles for human civilization. Kshatriyas are especially meant to protect the Brahmanas, as is the supreme will of the Lord. Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. As within the body, the heart is a very important part, so the Brahmanas are also the important element in human society. The Kshatriyas are more like the whole body. Even though the whole body is bigger than the heart is more important. Dasanstha Bhaktivedanta Parpoto Madhyanathimirantasya Dhananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namavom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyanta Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Swayambhu Manu is now explaining, offering his prayers to Kardama, and specifically is accepting here that Brahmanas are the heart of the Supreme Lord, Sahasrapat, the Supreme Being who is having 1,000 legs. Purusha Sukta also says Sahasrapat. So the universe also has a form, there is a structure for the entire universe, and it also has divisions of the structure. There are Brahmanas who come from the face of the universal form. Then there are Kshatriyas who come from the arms and shoulders, and the Vaishyas who come from the belly, and the Shudras, they come from the legs of this universal form. All are coming from the Supreme Lord. All the divisions are also coming from the Supreme Lord. And all are meant to cooperate with each other. Like in our body, the head, the hands and legs and the belly, they're all supposed to cooperate each other. Any well-oiled organization will have a form like this. There will be a head, there will be administrative wing, then there is a production class, and then there will be the regular workers who help the organization to run. All these divisions are important, and they are supposed to cooperate with each other. And particularly the position of Brahmana is been highlighted by Swayambhu Manu. He is an emperor, actually his purview is very big. The whole world is going by his direction, his instructions, and but he recognizes that Brahmana is very important in order to run the society nicely. So when we say these divisions, Brahmana, Kshatriya, all these divisions, we should remember that we are not talking about by birth the division. By birth everybody is equal. Janmana jayate Shudra. By birth everybody is Shudra. Abodha jata, the Bhagavatam says, everybody is abodha, not yet bodha. He is not yet learnt any education. So everybody is same at the time of birth. But then samskarat bhavedvija. By regular systematic samskaras, reformatory activities, these living entities, the human beings, will progress towards higher levels of existence. Particularly, Prabhupada is saying Krishna, the Lord, he is interested in protection of two kinds of living entities. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. So Krishna is known as Brahmanya Devaya and Go Brahmana Hita. His first business is Go Brahmana Hita, protection of cows and the Brahmanas. Brahmanas is also secondary. First is cows, and that's why it is mentioned first. Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. Then comes Jagat Hitaya. So that is his priority. Krishna's will is that these cows and Brahmanas, like Prabhupada is saying, they are the universal welfare work depends on the protection of cows and Brahmanas. Now, if somebody wants to do welfare work, and that too universal welfare work, it is resting on two pillars. And what are they? The cows and the Brahmanas. Brahmanas means the Brahmanical culture. There is a culture which is known as Brahmanical culture. What is this Brahmanical culture? In this culture, everybody is assisted in order to realize who is he. He understands that I am not this body, I am a spirit soul, I have a higher purpose in my life. This is Brahmanical culture. This higher, finer thinking has to come. That is called Brahmanical culture. Very gross, insensitive thinking, that is the a different culture. Brahmanical culture means he has to have finer tissues, finer thinking abilities, sensitivities, then only he can be called part of Brahmanical culture. Now, how such sensitive tissues and thinking can come? So Prabhupada explains that's by the miracle food that is called milk. By drinking cow milk, cows, why are they so important? Because they give this precious, wonderful food that is called milk. Particularly the cow milk. When we say cow, we are saying the desi. Now we have to distinguish. Other species, other cows are not actually cows. The deshi cows, they are the cows which, and they have to be taken care. They have to be given good food, and then good care, emotions. They should feel secure, protected. They know that we will not be ill-treated, or we will not be sent to butchering. So when the cows are protected like that, then they give this precious milk. Milk is considered the dharmic principles in liquid form. Very interesting. It is whole dharmic principles are there in liquid form. And very easy to practice this dharmic. Just drink every day milk. So most of us not able to maintain our health properly because we don't drink sufficient milk. And in case we drink more also, we are not able to digest. That's the thing. So Prabhupada says at least maximum is 1 pound. Minimum is, he says, half a pound. Now 1 pound means I just googled. It says about 450 grams. I don't know how much it is. 1 glass, I don't know. So maybe 1 glass. And then this milk should be drunk very hot. Cow milk should be taken very, very hot. Nicely sip. Have time, sip nicely, and then little by little you drink the milk. If you take cold milk, it will go as a urine, and if you drink hot milk, then it will go up to the brain and create sensitive tissues there, and we'll be able to see the reality. This is how I need to understand. So the Brahmanical intelligence, that ability, that sensitivity comes by just by taking care of the cows and offering that milk to the deities and enjoy the prasad. This is life. So once the cows are taken care, then Brahmanical culture, there is a possibility. People who eat abominable things, forbidden things, they can't develop any finer tissues. They can develop some muscles here. And then when he becomes little older, the same muscles will harass him. It's a pain. He has to artificially, he has to go through all that. It's a pain. You are creating your own pain. And then what is this muscle coming from? All abominable, by killing other innocent living entities. Is this the life that you are supposed to lead? But that thinking is impossible. That thinking can come only when he drinks some cow milk and all those things. Takes care of the cows, drinks cow milk. Nowadays people, they don't drink cow milk. They drink, some milk they drink, but that too as a coffee or tea or some other thing they have mixed in that, and then they take. So this is the whole culture now. But actually, you see Shukadeva Goswami, he just takes that 1 lota of milk in the early morning, and that's it. Whole day he just goes on. And there is a description about how his body is so pleasing. He looks almost like Krishna. That is the position of Shukadeva Goswami. Just by drinking milk. So this whatever protein, this, that, everybody is struggling for, it's all available. But culture is not Brahmanical, so we don't know that we should take care of these cows. They are taking care of tigers. And then if the tiger comes to your house, what will happen to you? And you are spending so much money but there is no care for cows. Although you need milk every day. Now the current culture, so Prabhupada is saying the civilization, Brahmanical culture and cow protection are the basic principles for human civilization. Now Prabhupada is talking about civilization. Radha Govinda. When will you call a civilization as a human civilization? When will you call a civilization? He says you can call a civilization as a human civilization if these two things are visible: Brahmanical culture and cow protection. If these two things are not there, then it is not called human civilization. It is an animal society. Animal civilization means they are interested only in the four animal propensities. Simply eating, sleeping, mating and defending. They will be interested only in enhancing these animal propensities of life, and they make gorgeous arrangements in order to increase or enhance or increase the quality of these four activities. The civilization and the culture is geared up towards just enhancing these four. This is the situation. Now, if you analyze the current civilization, this is what is happening. Everybody is simply interested in these four, and they are interested only in money, because money can give all these four. That's all. That's the culture. And even if they have some cows, he will utilize the milk. He will even take the last drop of milk, and then immediately he will send it off to slaughterhouse. This is the culture. He knows milk is important, so he takes the last drop, and then after that it is useless, so you send it off to the slaughterhouse. This is the culture. So do you call this civilization as a human civilization? So somebody who has supplied milk to you from your babyhood till you become so-called man or woman, and then this is the treatment that you give it to the cows. Is this called a human civilization? Shastra says no. It is a barbaric animal society. So the Vedic literature, they are so sensitive, very sensitively they think, they teach and they educate, they point out that since you are drinking milk from cow should be treated as your mother. This is the feeling, that's the emotion. People may say you are sentimental, this, that and all that, but then this is the finer feeling. I am taking milk from this cow, so she is my mother. So that's why Vedic literature recognizes cow as one of the 7 mothers. We have 7 mothers, without which we cannot grow like this. We cannot live like this. So cow is one of the mothers. And killing cow means, according to nature, it is called matricide. Killing of a mother. Killing of a mother called matricide. It is exactly like a matricide as per the laws of material nature. And as the cows are killed, treated inhumanly, then those civilizations will be punished. They will go through a lot of punishment. As long as cow killing is going on, there will be wars on the planet, on the surface of the globe. There will be wars. The way you are killing thousands and millions of these animals, particularly the cows, in the same way the material nature will also butcher the human beings. They will bring 2 countries together, they butcher each other. This is called war. And then there will be famines. Water won't be there. Water shortages will come. Like that, the nature will punish the civilization which is not taking care of these 2 important elements of the society. The Brahmanical culture and then the cows. Now, Brahmanical culture, so cows feed the Brahmanas, Brahmanical culture. Cows help in Brahmanical duties. For example, Brahmanas are supposed to worship the deities, do homas and many other things. In all these places, you need cow products. For example, now Gaur Purnima is coming, we have to organize an Abhisheka. Now Panchamrita, what is this Panchamrita? It all comes from cow. Cow milk is required, curds is required, ghee is required. We also require butter. Each and every product of the cow, you can see, it enhances the Brahmanical culture. That's why Krishna's first priority is this cow protection, and he has handed over that will, that order, that duty to the Kshatriyas. Lord has assigned this duty to the Kshatriyas. That yes, you should protect the cows, you should protect the Brahmanas, and so that the society can have clear thinking, finer pleasures. Otherwise, people will be simply driven by basic animalistic impulses. So that's why this Manu is explaining that yes, Shatram Angam Prachakshate. So Kshatriyas have come from the Lord only, and but their duty is to protect the heart, protect the Brahmanas. They are considered the heart of the Supreme Lord, the universal form. So much of importance is given for this cow protection and Brahmanical culture. Unfortunately, the so-called Kshatriyas, the administrators, they give permissions for mechanized slaughterhouses which can kill some 10,000 cows per hour. And then they want to enhance the technology and make it 20,000 cows killing per hour. This is how they. And then once that automated thing is ready, then this fellow will go and inaugurate. He will switch on the button and then kill the first cow. This is what he will do. This is they are known as Rakshasa. Rakshasa Swabha. Asuri Bhavam Ashrita. So they can never understand what is God, what is God consciousness, what is my relationship with the Supreme Lord. They can never understand. Like the other day I was mentioning this example. Some news came that he is the owner of a big social media channel. We are using his channel. Very big owner. And then in front of his table there is a big plate. In the plate there is some pieces are there, and he is saying, this is the cow that I have grown myself. He has grown the cow, and his children are growing the grass for the cow. And so he is saying, fully grown by us, my family, we have grown, and we only butchered. And then we have, that's the, can you believe? That man is supposed to be a very prominent person. He doesn't know that actually he is accumulating so much of sin. How can you kill the animal which is dependent on you? You have protected it like a small child. You have given food. You have taken care of it so nicely. Now how can you be so heartless and kill that animal? These sensitive feelings are not there. So the way you are separating the animal from its family, you will be separated from your family. This is the tit for tat that the material nature comes up with. So that's why this knowledge has to be spread. People are foolishly getting implicated in so many finer laws of this material world. That's because they have no idea. Now coming to the purpose of, one of the purposes of Krishna consciousness movement is that yes, we need to take care of these cows. We need to take care of the Brahmanical culture. In fact, we have to take care of many more things. The way to take care of them is inspire them to take up Krishna consciousness. Because their brains are so dull, they cannot understand these finer things. If you go and directly tell him not to eat this, not to eat that, or don't do this, don't do that, he cannot understand. He will say, no, this is my food. Why are you saying I should not eat my food? It is my wish. What food I want to eat, that I can eat. This is how they argue. So they cannot understand. And it becomes very difficult. There is so much of pressure and endeavor you have to put just to change one little habit of not to eat, say, a cow. But there is one more way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given. Okay, you may be a mlecha, yavana, eating all kinds of stuff, or doing all kinds of sinful activity, doesn't matter. You start chanting Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Can you believe what a relief it is? Mahaprabhu has not put any conditions. He said, you are a big chandala, dog eater, doesn't matter. You have a tongue, just chant this mantra. You are a yavana, mlecha, doesn't matter, chant Hare Krishna. Abhira kumbha, yavana, kasadaya, huna, andhra, whatever may be your race, doesn't matter. Where you are born, what is your current situation, doesn't matter. Just associate with Krishna. Directly touch Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So by chanting and chanting, slowly they will only say, yes, Swamiji, I have left it. I have left all this sinful, without even telling anything. Because after all, the Harinam is Vidya Vadu Jivanam. Harinam itself is life of Vidya. The real Vidya, when it comes, he becomes detached from these unwanted things. That is called Vidya. If you want to say something as Vidya, then it should discourage people from sinful activities. That is Vidya. If it is encouraging people to do sinful activities, then that is not called Vidya. That is called Avidya. Avidya, Maya or Vaibhav. It is glory of Maya, Avidya, and that encourages attachment and sinful activities in this world. If you are getting more and more attached to this world, that yes, this is my place, then there is no Vidya. So real Vidya can come by chanting this wonderful mantra in front of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya's picture, and regularly chant and read Prabhupada books. Then slowly you will see a tremendous revolution in the sinful life of yourself and the society. This revolution cannot be brought by laws, making many policies and laws and fighting with them and all that. Very simple. Our process is prema dharma. Lovingly you give Hare Krishna, and then let him chant Hare Krishna, and then one day he will only give up all those nasty things and he becomes more and more sensitive. Any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
In this class you are saying about water shortage. Recently this is being public now. Many cities are facing dire shortage.
Yeah.
They are forced to save every drop of water.
Yeah.
Rainwater harvesting was past. Now they are trying to do AC drain harvesting. The AC outlet water they are harvesting now. The big industrialist, he has shared a video recently in X about this video, how they are doing. Now they are forced to save every drop, Prabhu.
Yeah.
I was talking to one gated community person. They are not growing flowers, flower bearing trees and fruit bearing trees, which can be atmosphere very nice, very cool. Why is because they need more water, it seems. They are growing useless trees and grass because it needs only less water. This is also connected to cow killing, how this shortage is also connected to cow killing.
They artificially grow animals, like the way we grow tomatoes or whatever that vegetables, they artificially grow this animal. This is called animal forms, not vegetable forms, animal forms. So now the whole world, how many animals they grow every year? It will be about 8 to 9 billion animals. Population of the human beings is about 8 billion, and every year they have to grow 8 to 9 billion animals, an equal amount of people, living entities. And grow means what? They have to take birth, they have to be washed. Every day you have to wash these animals, otherwise what you are eating could be very poisonous. So every day you have to wash, and then they have to drink. They have their own activities. After all, they are living entities. They have families. They also have some society, and then so they all grow. Of course, some of the animal forms are so horrible. Sometimes when we go in traffic, you will see the chicken vehicle will be in the front, and if you observe, they are in a very pathetic situation. They are all like almost like dying, and then in one rack there will be some 100 fitted into like this. So those emotions, what the animal is going through, those emotions will be deposited in the meat. And when somebody takes those meat, all those things will go inside. Actually, what somebody is eating is not just physical stuff. He eats even consciousness. The consciousness that gets deposited in the food, that goes inside. That's why when we eat Krishna Prasadam, our consciousness becomes brighter. But when they eat this horrible, violent, blood-soaken stuff, then that also goes inside. That pain goes inside, and that pain will come out one day as a pain for you. So now these 8-9 billion living entities have to be now artificially grown. They have to come, and then chicken. One person was telling me, he's a consultant. He's a consultant for chicken industry, and he was explaining to me, he guides the owner. And what is the guidance? When to cut the chicken exactly. When it is growing, at certain stage it will have most weight. So he will guide when the chicken will come to that, and how it will come, and at that time, tuck, they'll cut it, so that they'll get the maximum amount of mass, that dead body. This is what they get. All is because they want to just earn money. Okay, now where is the water for all this? 8 to 9 billion, artificially you have now doing some work. Where is the water? You are sending all the drinkable water to industries, this animal farms and all these things. So where is the water for you? The drinkable water is a limited resource. It's not an unlimited resource, it's a limited resource. Where is it? So as we divert the limited resources towards this artificial living and artificial food and all that, obviously there will be shortage. Naturally it will come, famine, water shortage, everything will come naturally. This is a danger. We have one of the biggest slaughterhouses next to our farm only, Patancharu, somewhere down the line, after crossing our farm. That's there. As long as that is there, time bomb is ticking on the city of Hyderabad. When the bomb will fall, nobody knows. It is ticking. It's a ticking bomb, which will attract the war, which will attract the famine, which will attract all quarrels. People will kill each other. So we pray and hope that it will not come true, and that is possible only when everybody takes to glorification of the Almighty and not to get into any of the sinful activities. Then there is a positive option, there is a positive chance is there, otherwise no possible. So the way we are diverting this see, Krishna has given resources he has made a complete arrangement for a happy life. But then if you misuse and mismanage all these resources, which is supposed to be the duty of the Kshatriyas, then where is the chance? And why Kshatriyas are mismanaging? Because they don't have guidance of the Brahmanas. And where are the Brahmanas? There is no support, there is no culture, there is nothing. Brahmanas are not encouraged. But Brahmanas means, as I said, not by birth. Qualities have to be encouraged. People have to be groomed as Brahmana. Anybody can become Brahmana. So this is the situation. So that's why Prabhupada says this movement is meant for creating some head of the society. Some Brahmana who can clearly think end to end, he can see. Okay, you are starting here, you are doing. See, this is the problem you will get. That much they cannot think. That much they cannot think. You are building a big city, but you have no solution for treating wastewater. And you are simply mixing that wastewater into rivers. And that river water you are pumping back into your home for drinking and bathing. Now, a Brahmana can easily see and say, what is this nonsense you are doing? But big rulers, big administrators, they cannot see this. They cannot see that, I am drinking what is being mixed into the same river. See, that much clarity, that's why Brahmana means he sees things as they are. He sees what is happening. As they are. He can see. This is called Brahmana. Such people are not there. Can you believe? Everybody looks at a narrow problem and he gives a narrow solution. And now what happens beyond that? He has no idea. He doesn't want to apply his mind. This is what is happening. So, very difficult situation. People are very insensitive. If you talk about any broader things, then immediately they will pounce. So their vision has become very narrow-minded. Whereas Bhagavatam is Amoga Druk, very clear vision. So we can also develop that vision, provided we read Bhagavatam every day. Nicely read Bhagavatam every day. And then your vision also will become Amoga Druk, very clear, very sharp. You can see things as they are happening. Okay, so that's why famine is possible. Many other things are possible. And we are living as part of the ecosystem in the same civilization. So that's why we have to engage ourselves fully in Krishna's service. If you take anything for yourself, you have to pay. And what are you taking? You are taking from this civilization. And if you use it for sense gratification, we have to pay very heavily. So better is everything you use it for Krishna, then we are saved. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.